last Tuesday, he kind of said that we were in a three-team race with Centennial and Nolensville being two of those teams, but I think Franklin might have something to say about that tonight.
Absolutely. So let's try to dissect here the skill position players for Centennial. A new quarterback, Riley Turner, who they're very high on, actually got hurt last year, if I'm not mistaken, and so didn't get a lot of playing time. But he's back there at the helm.
Centennial's got a 3rd and short. And then Franklin's going to come up with a stop. Number 5, Jalen Drayton.
Number 8, Aiden Elmore with the initial contact in the backfield.
So a big-time decision for Coach Stewart and the Cougars. Will they go for it on 4th down and about 2?
It's 4th down and 2.
They are going to go for it, Coach. Big call here on their own.
Yeah.
25-yard line. Might be trying to just draw them off here. Waiting for the play to come in from the sideline, and looks like we're going to switch to a punt formation.
But they better hurry. The delay of game is going to happen. They got 5 seconds on the play clock.
Stanley in punt formation.
We're still snapping helmets.
2, 1.
Luke Thompson and Sean.
Is that going to be a
timeout? So the defense holds on the first offensive series for Centennial.
Timeout Centennial. That's the first timeout of the half.
So, Coach, a quick timeout there in the first quarter.
Right. Yeah, if you don't take him, you lose him, right? And
can't take him with you for sure.
Cannot take him with you. So, again, Paul Breece, Doug Capella here, Franklin High School, bringing you week 1 action of high school football. And you know when high school football starts, college football's around the corner, NFL football. Can we get to Labor Day? That's the key.
Coach, I think we are going to be in a good place until March. You got all 3 rolling. The weather was good this week, right? But don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled. It's coming back. It's coming back.
Summer part 2 next week.
Yep.
So here we go. Centennial breaks the huddle. They're back in the punt formation.
Back deep is Sean Gacka, and I believe that's Luke Thompson as well. Both these guys have the capability to make things happen, and special teams is one of those 3 phases.
The punt is off. It's up.
It's a nice
good
kick.
Punt. Lots of hang time. Fair catch made at the 30. Yep. So good job to shift field position there by Centennial. Deep hanging punt. Well, so 3 and out for Centennial. Let's see what Franklin's going to do up front.
Well, it's kind of a tale of 2 teams, right? Centennial trying to find the pieces that they're missing. And Franklin has got a lot of guys who are seniors coming back, even though a 288 squad last year. Brewer Wilson at the helm, and there's Gacka.
So just straight 3 wide handoff. Spreads them out, and they get about 8 on the play. It's a good first down play for Franklin. And Coach, week 1, you're really going to try to take advantage of the mental mistakes that are going to happen in the game. And so this game may be a lot closer than some might think.
Well, it's interesting that both teams trying to establish the run game. Nobody's doing anything fancy right now.
Franklin out and 3 wide again. Going to pass here. Looks like
a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. The nose almost took the handoff there. A lot of passing for what is going to be close to a first down. Says first down, they do, the officials.
Yep. A lot of pressure on the outside right there by, I believe that was number 9, R.J. Ridgway, coming off the linebacker spot for Centennial. But Brewer Wilson, a seasoned veteran. I mean, I believe this is his 3rd year to be the starting quarterback for the Admirals. And didn't phase him at all, and Gacka went with the check down. And there's a quick pitch to
number 3. That's going to be Lucas Young.
And Lucas Young he's a highlight reel. He's a big play threat guy. So we're going to try to find ways to get the ball to him and the playmakers for the Admirals. I think the key for the Admirals, Doug, is going to be the front 5, right? They lost a few guys up front, trying to find the 5 that are going to work for them.
Well, and Centennial's going with a 3-4, and their line is noticeably smaller on defense than it is on offense. It's going to be a quick pass out to number 9, Jack Flynn.
Well, Jack Flynn, another 3-year starter coming out of that H-back. It's a great weapon to have, like 6'3", as a good safety valve when you're in trouble.
So Franklin steady, not looking for anything big. 5-6 yard gains. 2 first downs on this opening drive. Franklin looking pretty good. Motion again. This time it's going to be a counter. Number 5 for Franklin, Sean Gacka. Makes a few miss, but does a lot of running for not a lot of yards there, Paul.
Yeah, nice. Kenai Johnson, Mr. Two-Way right there, who they're relying on offense, coming up from the safety spot to
no gain on the play.
Tell Sean Gacka. Hello.
Centennial looks like they've settled down a little bit on defense now. So Franklin not showing much as far as formations go. They've come out in 3 wide every play. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom of your viewing screen here. Out of the shotgun blitz.
Oh, man.
Blitz is picked up. Quarterback's going to scramble, and he is going to get about 2 inches.
And that's Aiden Wright, number 44, that closed down that pocket
Coach,
from the linebacker spot.
Brewer Wilson just avoided about a loss of 10 on that play because he was dead to rights on that drop back. Blitz came, and the defender just missed.
So a headsy veteran play for Brewer Wilson. Don't take a negative loss.
So just like that, 3rd and 10 at the Centennial 40, call it 7-yard line. Wilson out of shotgun. Takes the snap. Pressure again up the middle. He's going to go and not get the first down, a gain of a yard on the play. So forced out of the pocket again. Quick pressure up the middle. Forces him outside, and here we have a 4th down situation.
Well, you would think they're going to kind of play for field position right here. It looks like it's going to be one of those kind of games.
4th and 9.
Kind of pin maybe Centennial back. Again, I guess at the top of the show, right, we talked about, hey, what has Franklin really got? They got a lot of guys on the outsides and in the backfield that have relied on for years, and it's the guys up front that are kind of new. And you can tell right there that the Cougars are starting to win that battle in the trenches.
High wobbly punt. It's going to drop at the 20 and roll towards the other side. So it takes a Centennial bounce, and it's going to be down at the 26.
Yeah.
Not a great shift in field position.
No, that was Thompson King.
It's about a 20-yard punt net on that one.
He must be the pooch punter.
That's right. The old rollout soccer style kick.
King's punt down at the 26-yard line.
So actually, field position.
Centennial start to drive 1st and 10.
Doing all right here for Centennials. They're going to start at the 26, as you talked about.
So 2 drives, no points. And Centennial's going to get another crack here on offense. Riley Turner operates out of the shotgun. Kenai comes in motion. Looks to fake the handoff. Going deep under triple coverage. He may have him off his fingertips.
Wow. It's Gavin Johnson, number 7. Actually, a tremendous throw, right, by Riley Turner.
Great throw. He had separation, but right off his fingertips, and the ball rolls to the turf.
And not only that, had protection up front.
And Coach, when he first threw the ball, I saw triple coverage. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he broke the coverage and actually was about 2 steps ahead and just couldn't bring it in.
Well, that could have been a wake-up call for
Write
sure.
that one down for later.
So a little moxie right there, trying to throw it in triple coverage right there for Riley Turner and hitting him in the hands.
Out of shotgun again. Looking, has the inside screen.
This is dangerous territory.
Taylon Vaughn looking to make some moves. Ran 100 yards, but only 2 of them were forward. So it's going to be 2nd and about
3rd?
3rd and 8, correction. Taylon Vaughn definitely has breakaway potential. You saw it there, but just outnumbered on the inside screen.
Well, this is kind of a situation where Centennial could always turn around and say, hey, Dominic Reed, Mr. Football finalist last year, here you go. We're going to give you the ball. But they don't have that option this year. So a lot of guys going to have to make things happen. And again, a quick slant. Uh-oh. You know, they like
Coach,
player
we call
protection.
those throws sick days because you throw that again, that receiver's going to have a sick day.
Yeah.
If he I don't know that he would have made that catch, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, defenseless receivers. I thought if Kanad Johnson, he's a tough kid, but if he sells it a little more, who knows? They may have gotten him a 15-yard penalty.
Well, so on that drive, 3 and out again, but we saw the arm strength of the Cougars throwing deep. I mean, maybe a few inches less, and it's a different ball game right now. Punt is off again.
Talking about the punting game.
Beautiful punt. Fair caught at the 29.
Special
Coach,
teams
he is rocking those punts.
Special teams, check mark, Centennial. Wow.
I mean, it's not the thing you want to brag about when you're the team. Well, we punted great that night, but to swap field position like they're doing is excellent. So Franklin will get their second drive of the night at about the same, a 29-yard line. Again, 3 wide. Almost mirror images of one another on offense as far as formations go. Got a quick jump. That might be offsides or encroachment here on the defense.
Looks like the Cougars defensive line kind of trying to guess the cadence right there.
Offsides, and Coach, I will tell you, Centennial's first step on that defensive line is impressive. They are making contact quick, and you've seen it already in the backfield 2 or 3 times. Not giving Franklin much to operate.
We got Cameron Higgins, number 60, the center.
Back in 3 wide, bonus 5 yards. Just going to be a handoff. Number 14, Lane Anderton. Correction, 24, Aiden Domingo on the carry.
Another senior. So you look at the roster for the Admirals, it's senior heavy. I mean, I think they're maybe like 22.
Coach, you also can look down the roster, and they have it 2 to 99, and I think it goes in order. They have that many kids on the team. 3 wide again. Quarterback's rolling out, has time. Looking, pressure from behind, and he's going to have to slide wisely at the 39-yard line.
The sophomore Brewer Wilson would have tried to taken that defender head on. The senior Brewer Wilson.
Well, and he had pressure from behind and up front, so wisely takes the slide and lives to play another down here. So we got second in a long 6 or short 7, however you want to call it. Wilson sends his back out in motion, throws it to him with a quick pass. Has some room, good blocking downfield. That's number 5, Sean Gacka.
Gacka on the reception from Wilson.
Something you like to see out of your receivers, right, is blocking, and Lucas Young just took his defender and shoved him about 5 yards out of bounds.
You know, and you always have to be careful on those with momentum because that is prime real estate for a holding call.
Yeah.
And so you always have to make sure your hands are inside, but well done. Good play, first down Franklin. Driving again at the 50. Comes back with the counter. So Gacka, again, on the counter, gets about 4 yards on the carry. So Franklin content, again, with the 5-6 yards of play. But I would say with the pressure that they're getting on the quarterback, that's about what they're going to need to do until they can secure that line and hold off defenders.
It's 2nd and 6.
Tell you what, Coach, I don't know you can ask for a better night here for football. Slight breeze.
For week
nice
1?
Cool out, absolutely.
I think both of us have been dripping sweat on week 1 before.
That's correct. Franklin sends motion again, throws it. That's going to be number 10, Luke Thompson. Luke Thompson close to a first down. He's going to be marked a yard short.
Complete to Luke Thompson.
So Franklin trying to keep Centennial off balance with the defense or with the motion that they're going. Ran a counter, and then they go motion to the quick pass in the flat. Not allowing the Centennial defense to get set and get pressure in the backfield. at the 41. Franklin looks like they have an off-balance look here to the left side with 2 wide on the bottom of the screen. It's going to be a keeper by number 26. That's going to be Thompson King.
Yeah, going to be short.
And he's going to be stopped.
So the Wildcat by Thompson King. Nice idea. Just didn't.
Well, they ran to the unbalanced side, but it was the short side of the field, and he just ran out of room and ended up getting stopped. The question is, do they punt in this situation? I mean, I think at this point, a 25-yard punt would be all right because they're only at the 41.
Well, Brewer Wilson is the quarterback, and he is not – I don't see him out there. But Thompson King, who punted it last time, is out there.
So there's the play clock runs down. Timeout Franklin.
That's the first time out of the half.
One of the vital assets that Coach Atkins in his first year as a head coach has is to lean on the defensive coordinator of Donnie Webb, right? I mean, he's been there. He's been the head coach. He stepped in last year during a late season transition as coach. And he's a guy that definitely will be able to keep you in games from a defensive standpoint with X's and O's and putting kids in the right spot. So I think Coach Atkins has learned to use him as a sounding board in his first year here.
Well, and so takeaways from the first quarter, Paul. Franklin, you know, if they can stay disciplined and avoid penalties, they can get 5-6 yards down the field, which is hard to do in high school football, and not turn the ball over. And then Centennial, you saw the big play potential there, just a few feet, or not even, away from a touchdown throw there. And so you saw the big play ability, and Franklin's really going to have to limit those big plays if they want to stay in, getting 5 and 6 yards a play. So they're going to go for it here, or at least act like they're going for it. The ball is snapped, direct snap. He's got space. He's got a first down. Spins, still on his feet. He spins again. That's number 10, Luke Thompson, who's going to get about 15 yards, 16 yards on the play. Coach, not a lot of surprise there. Just ran it to the outside. And
yeah, Luke Thompson used to be previously a quarterback at Grassland Middle School, so he knows how to take a snap and make things happen.
Centennial could not seal the edge on the near side of the field here, and they get about 16 yards on the carry. So Franklin will operate in the deepest part of the field that they've been at so far at the 24-yard line. 3 wide set. Brewer takes a snap, scans, throws a quick pass. It's tipped. Let's see if they call it. They do. Interception, Centennial tip ball. What a break for the Cougars.
A kick in the abdomen, as they say, just takes the air right out of you. You're at home, you're driving, converted on a 4th down, and it takes just one tip in the air.
Coach, I was looking at those two players. I don't think they saw the ball, and he dove and caught it at the last second because it was up in the air for a second.
And the coaching staff up here for Centennial was like, go get it. What are you doing? So here we go.
You know, they were just going for a little short pass out to the flat.
That's
it got
right.
tipped, and then there you go. Turnover. Centennial back in business, 3 wide at the 24-yard line. Takes the snap, looks, has time to throw, throws it in triple coverage, almost picked.
And they almost gave it right back, and now we have our first penalty of the game.
Coach, that was one read all the way. His eyes did not move from the receiver. Threw it right in the triple coverage. And so far, the football gods favor Centennial here because that was a dangerous throw.
We'll give the secondary for Franklin credit as they've covered. I think they said, you know what, you want to beat us on the ground, that's fine, but you're not beating us in the air.
Ineligible downfield, number 69 on the offense. Penalties decline to 2nd down.
So ineligible man downfield. Lyman got a little frisky on that play, broke contain and went a little bit downfield, but Franklin declines it, and here we go, 2nd and 10. that may speak to the big playability of the Centennial offense when you say, no, you can have the 5, I'll take the down.
Yeah.
So here we go, 2nd and 10, 3 wide. Handoff, that's to Jalen Drayton.
Uh-oh.
Helmet's off. Plays blown dead.
Jalen Drayton on the carry. Santino Bruni in on the
I believe
stop.
Drayton will have to come out for a play, and that is your first quarter. Coach, 0-0, who would have thought? Week 1, high-powered Centennial going against the revamped Franklin, and we have goose eggs on the board to end the first quarter of your WCTV game of the week. And the 104.5 game of the week, and the WCS game of the week.
It's
the trifecta going on.
It's a must-watch. So, talked about first quarter. It's just, if you talk about who won that first quarter, I actually think Franklin actually won it just based on field position.
Well, I think I spoke it again into existence, as I've done so many times. I said Franklin, as long as they can go without turning the ball over, and you can get 5 or 6 yards, but that's difficult to do in a high school program. And sure enough, 2 minutes later, ball gets tipped, picked, and Centennial's back in business. And by back in business, they're going to start 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, that's right.
On their own 20, we'll call it 3-yard line. So another big play here to start the second quarter. You just got to feel that Centennial is just a play away from breaking something big. As the Franklin coaches say, hey, don't give up a big play.
The pregame meal sponsor tonight is Wilson and Associates.
So 0-0 week 1 here. Paul Breece, Doug Capella bringing you the action. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube stream. Hey, if you realize you're just the algorithm just sent you here, we were just looking for something. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, tell your family and friends. This is the best broadcast you're going to get in the high school business for sure.
That's right. So here we go. Centennial's going to open up 3 wide to the bottom of the screen. Usually when you put 3 wide on one side, it's a decoy to go to the left side.
Somebody is open because they're.
So he's looking. Oh, he's looking that way.
Oh.
Has an in route to Kanai. Kanai has it. And he's swarmed by Franklin defenders, 5 in total. But that's going to be a first down, Centennial.
Kanai Johnson, I mean, I guess he is the guy. If you're looking for a play to happen, go and find Kanai Johnson.
Well, and there's probably definitely some trust there between Kanai and the quarterback 16, Riley Turner. And so that's not too bad to look outside and see a wide open number 1 looking at you. So here we go again. We're going to be 3 wide on this side with the back set to this side as well.
So the playbook opening up a little bit here in the second quarter.
Turner's going to take the snap. Hands in, number 8, Carlos Virgil is stuck on the handoff, greeted by a host of Franklin defenders.
That was stopped by number 8, Aiden Elmore.
8 on 8.
Virgil on the carry.
The senior.
Hayden Elmore with the stop for the Admirals. It's no gain on the play. It's 2nd and 10.
So Centennial's kind of played the bend but don't break defense. Franklin's playing the please, dear God, don't let our defense break defense. Trying to withhold the big plays. So Johnson is going to be on the far top of the field. So we're going to go 3 wide again, but we have a timeout on the field.
Yeah.
Coach would like to discuss.
That's our second timeout of the half.
Coach, that's 3 timeouts in 14 minutes.
Well, you got to believe that, week 1, we're going to have some people in some wrong spots, making sure that everybody's on the same page. And, Coach Stewart says, you know what, let's call a timeout. Let's get a shout out of the coaching jerseys for the Centennial Cougars, right? I mean, the Houston Astros baseball look.
A little throwback look.
You're going with a non-traditional look. I love it.
Clean drip, as one might say.
Clean drip, that's right. As the kids would say, 4 plus 4. That's 8.
Oh, there you go.
And 8 is, I don't know.
The number for drip?
The number for hype, I don't know.
There you go, fans.
You learn something new every day, right?
4 + 4 is 8.
Don't let them tell you differently.
Glad to see that math class is working.
Yeah. You getting a little cold chill up here?
Not yet, but
Not
the
yet.
breeze is.
But, hey, it's fantastic.
The breeze is solid. So here we go, back in action. Centennial's going to come back out with a 3-wide look, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Single back set does Riley Turner have. So let's see what the timeout prompted here. On 2nd and 10, the back goes out in motion. He's looking deep again.
Wow. He
has him open. Oh, and it's a one-handed interception.
Oh, Luke Thompson.
Luke Thompson with the one-handed interception out of bounds. Coach, that might be the play of the game right there.
Hopefully we got a good shot of it. For sure.
Cue up the replay on that one. Came down one-handed in bounds, and the momentum took him out of bounds. Huge, huge defensive play for Franklin.
Luke Thompson may be that Mr. Everything here for Franklin.
Coach, if Riley Turner puts some juice on that, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I don't know if the breeze, the wind, may have knocked the ball down a little bit.
Paul Breeze knocked it down a little bit. Here we go. Franklin takes over. 3 wide, 1 back set. Quick pass out to number 3 for Franklin. Makes a man miss. That's going to be Lucas Young.
He's going to be targeted quite a bit this season, so if you don't know Lucas Young, you're going to hear his name quite a bit.
The Franklin receivers this year may have 200 catches for 600 yards.
It's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Quick handoff. That's going to be, again, Lucas Young, and he has the first.
Check that Gaka.
Check that, Sean Gaka. I take it back. Gains 4 on the play. First down.
Puckett's first down. 1st and 10 Franklin from the Centennial 47.
Franklin taking no time, running the NASCAR offense here. Throws it deep out to number 7. That's going to be Wills Jackson.
Well, kind of the 1-2 punch for the receiving core for Franklin. You got to mention the helmets of Centennial. It's like the third one.
On the chin strap, and here we go. Franklin again running NASCAR, no huddle. Get on the ball and let's go. They saw my orange UT shirt up here, and a la Josh Heupel, they're going.
Well, something's happened.
We may have a timeout here.
It may have been. The officials maybe have said, hey, you didn't replace the guy whose helmet came off. Maybe an official timeout. Yep.
So 24 runs out on the field.
And he's what? Oh,
Dropped something.
Yep.
He's checking out.
Oh, coming back in.
2 coming back in.
We got a little confusion.
Chaos on the Cougar sideline
2,
here.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, we got 11 now.
All right, here we go. It was a good stall tactic because it slowed Franklin down.
For sure.
Franklin goes 5 wide, hands it off again to Gaka. Gaka stumbles, makes something out of nothing. Gets about a half a yard on the play,
On the carry.
but almost lost 3 or 4.
Arujo in on the stop. It's no gain on the play. It's 2nd and 10.
Franklin definitely looking comfortable in their offense, Coach. Executing.
Well, I like the change of pace, right?
That's right.
It was,
well, they went NASCAR there for a little bit, no huddle, and now they're back to getting the play call in. We wouldn't call that a huddle back from my day.
No.
But waiting for the play to come in from the sideline. 3 wide, single back set. Handoff again there goes to number 24. That's going to be Aiden Domingo. Gives Gaka a breather there. Gets about 4.
Domingo on the carry.
On the carry. Make that 3.
In on the stop for Centennial.
Correction, 4. So 3rd and about 6. How's the kicker look for Franklin High School?
Got a lot of options. I think Walker Wells may be the number 1 person. He's down here on the right at the kicking net.
So we're looking at about a 46-yarder from the current spot. But they grow these kickers out here in Franklin, so
what do we got here?
Probably within range.
Another timeout?
Officials timeout. Something's going on with
Something's
number
awry.
7, Wills Jackson. Looks to be some uniform things that the officials are trying to correct.
Well, you know, the fashion police always in full force in week 1.
That's right.
It always kind of drove me crazy when I was coaching basketball.
3rd and 6. Franklin out of the shotgun. Rolls out, goes to the backside,
Wide open.
across his body. Does he come down with it?
Oh, absolutely.
Touchdown. Franklin goes deep to the backside of the end zone. Number 3, Lucas Young, climbs the ladder and comes down with 6.
29 yards on the toss and catch.
Coach, he got mossed.
Yeah, for sure. And, Lucas Young's about 6'3" as well, so.
The old polecat extra point.
Swinging gate.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, no!
No good.
The 2-point attempt was
Oh,
no
my
good.
goodness.
Incomplete to number 4, Jalen Spring. Had him open.
Wow.
Bobbled and no catch.
6.
So 6-0. Franklin, uncharacteristically, and it was a backside throw across his body to the corner of the end zone almost. Well, actually the front of the end zone.
Well, they had the whole play swinging to the right as the rollout happened, and he went back and looked left, and you had one-on-one with Lucas Young. I'm still interested on that extra point call. That just changes a lot of the dynamics of your play calling if you score here. And
so let's go back. 6 points off of a fantastic interception on Franklin's defense, and so far Franklin winning the battle of the turnovers, and they hit pay dirt on a touchdown deep in the end zone where Young climbs the ladder, gets 6, and Franklin draws first. Second quarter, 8:22 to play in the half. The Franklin Admirals 6, Centennial Cougars 0.
last year's score at Centennial, 34-14. The Cougars, out of the last 13 years, the Cougars have an 8-5 lead. So
Wayne Wells to kick for
Franklin would love to
Kanad Johnson is deep for Centennial.
say, hey, maybe we're the Kings of Franklin.
Kanai Johnson back deep.
Now Walker Wells, the kicker here, got the wind to his back. If this does not go in the end zone, I would be shocked unless it is a.
I don't think the best strategy is to kick the number 1 back
No,
there.
not at all.
But we'll see what he does. Could be a short pooch, but he actually kicks it midway into the end zone, and Kanai Johnson watches it roll out. So Centennial's going to take over at the 20.
If he can get it, you do not want number 1 bringing it out, for sure.
I think we hear Flash Gordon theme song in the background.
Big fan of the movie. Just think.
Would you lead us in song here, Coach?
Flash.
All right, so here we go. Centennial looking to respond on the big double punch from Franklin, the interception, and then the touchdown. Centennial looks back, quick pass out to number 4, met immediately by 2 Franklin defenders. That was Ethan Cleary on the catch.
Turner's pass complete to Ethan Cleary. Brought down after a 5-yard gain.
Quick score update. Nolensville up on cross-county rival Rockvale, 7-3.
Rockvale, 7-3. This rebuilding year for the Knights?
Potentially pieces in place. Trying to settle out who their quarterback is for the season, but it looks like things are rolling there. 4 wide here now for Centennial, and they go with a handoff.
Wow.
Tell you what, Franklin is just balling out on D, as we might say. Not giving up much. 3rd and 5.
Waiting on the carry. Jacob
Durham Queen, number 65 right there, played nose guard, just bottled that up.
Coach, right now Centennial,
1 yard on the play.
their large O-line is just getting beaten off the punch by the smaller Franklin line. I think Centennial was hoping to just drive down the field. And so far, Franklin, kudos to their defensive front because they're holding their own. Quick pass out again. That's going to be number 7 for the Cougars. That's going to be Gavin Johnson on the catch, and that'll be a first down.
Complete.
Gavin Johnson, he's family member of Kanad Johnson.
Little runs him out of bounds.
Little brother. sophomore.
Well, 1 and 7 also equals
Centennial
8.
First down. First and 10 from Centennial 34.
That was for you, Coach Breece.
It's all about, yeah. Good for you. That was fantastic. I mean,
There you go. So here we go, 4 wide again for the Cougars. It's going to be a handoff again, and he's going to be swallowed up as Jalen Drayton has not found room
Drayton on the carry.
outside of these Franklin defenders.
Elmore and Bruni in on the
Aiden
stop.
Elmore, Bruni, what's that, 87.
1 yard on the
Santino
play.
Bruni,
It's 2nd and 9.
the end for the Admirals. I think you talked about the Centennial Cougars thought they were going to establish a run game, and it just cannot get it going.
Well, when you look down the left side of that line, Coach, they look like an SEC football team, but they have not been able to get the push up front that I think they hoped. Franklin's held stout. 4 wide, out of the shotgun again, go the Cougars. Has a snap, scan, and taking another deep shot.
Oh,
Has a
wide
man
open.
Wide open, number 4. Will he make it? He's not going to get touched. That's a touchdown. Ethan Cleary, coach of all of their offensive weapons. Cleary hits the end zone.
Wow.
Now we got to look at that extra missed point.
Yep.
That missed extra point. As I transpose my words here, we all make mistakes, Coach.
Week 1,
Week 1.
65 yards in a cloud of dust.
That's right. Well, there you have it, the big play that I knew I could feel it, Coach. The hair on my arms and what little hair I have on my legs was rising. I knew a big play was coming, and there you have it. Centennial, just like that, knots it up and looking for the go-ahead extra point. Kick is up, kick is good. And just like that, Cougars jump out ahead of the Admirals, 7-6. And that could be the, hey, we're done messing around touchdown right there.
They've tried to go up top a few times on the Admirals secondary, and the Admirals have won every battle. And that time, somebody got lost.
That's right.
In coverage.
Well, you had a near drop, then you had a pick, and Coach, it looked like he ran out of the stands because nobody was on him. He was wide open down the middle.
Yeah, Ethan Cleary. And
beautiful pass, beautiful catch, touchdown.
So I can see why the Centennial Cougars coaching staff is high on Riley Turner, the lefty. Hitting him right on, right on
in stride.
In stride. And he's hit a couple other guys in stride that have dropped.
Right.
So
briefly had some Dancing Queen.
Yeah,
up
ABBA.
here.
You can't go wrong with ABBA. I think everybody enjoys a
right.
good Dancing Queen for sure.
Kicker's getting warmed up down there.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, the Admirals are returning guys, have 3 guys back deep. And it'd be interesting to see if Centennial kind of
a pooch here might put him in a pickle here.
Drop it here at the 20.
You got 3 mid, 3 back.
So Wells Stanley, who
knows what goes on with special teams anymore with the NFL, and who knows what the rules are even.
Yeah, Wells Stanley. He's been there.
Kick goes into the back of the end zone, so all the fashion and flair for the ball to be placed at the 20-yard line.
Yeah. What do you think about the new NFL kickoff rule?
Hey, as long as the Titans can figure out who to put out there and not drop it. Their special teams look much improved this year.
Yeah.
Kyle Phillips hasn't been hurt yet, and they got a guy making some plays. So here we go, Franklin, 3 wide. Let's see what they answer back with off that long touchdown, and it's going to be a handoff. And, Coach, that's just Franklin to me setting the pace. Calming down.
Yep.
Look, let's do what we do. Let's not be overly aggressive here. We're going to get 5-6 yards of play.
On the carry, right and on the stop.
And that's exactly 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5.
So Franklin settles back down in on offense. Cougars swap defenders.
Oh.
Pass out to number 24, who's going to be tackled immediately. That's going to be Aiden Domingo. On the catch. Not much room there.
Well, here comes an all-important 3rd down. Centennial's got to realize.
That's right. You don't want to go 3 and out off a big touchdown.
No.
Like that.
1-yard gain on the play.
No momentum have shifted.
It's 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. You know, I think Franklin had some success with the no huddle and the tempo that they had. I don't know that they want to just jump back into that, but they were driving down the field. So we go 3 wide to the top, 1 to the bottom. Tailback goes out in motion.
Oh. Wilson.
Wilson.
Escapability.
It's close. Tell you what, he turned a 3 or 4 yard loss into about a 2-yard gain.
Wilson brought down
but that's probably not enough to change the Admiral coaching staff's mind here, and this is probably going to be a punt.
It's 4th and 2.
When you see a mass swap out of jerseys like that, you know that punt team on.
And the gentleman that just caught the touchdown pass, Ethan Cleary, back deep.
Can we get a Mike Vrabel era fake punt here?
They got a guy uncovered down here on the bottom. If they could,
they got 2 guys uncovered on the bottom.
Centennial coaching staff not happy with the special teams right here.
That's right. He could have snapped it and had a quick pass, or even just ran it. And
yeah,
they had 2 guys uncovered on the near side of the field here. Not to the pleasantry of the coaching staff up in the booth with us, who were yelling, trying to get the attention there. So another burn timeout for the Cougars. 4:21 here left to play in the second. I'm Doug Capella with my guy, Paul Breece. 7-6.
Well, we knew it wasn't going to be easy, right? I mean, there's a lot of hype at Franklin right now with Coach Josh Atkins taking over. They got a lot of seniors. These kids have bought in, and they want to change and turn the ship around, as they say, before they leave Franklin High School, because those poor kids have been through a lot.
That's right. They went, a whole season at some point without scoring a touchdown?
Well, I don't know about that, but
Centennial now has the punt properly defended. He's going to roll it out, kick a high floater.
It's a good one. It's going to
land.
Bounce.
It's going to bounce and roll sideways. So Centennial will take over at the 34. Coach, I would say if you told Franklin, hey, you're going to go into the half down by 1, they would take that because that plays into their game. Let's maintain our pace.
Yeah.
And then let's see if we can win on a field goal in the 4th quarter. Now the Cougars have a different idea of how this game's going to go, and we'll see on this drive if they take another deep shot. Hopefully the PTO will raise some money for some new speakers up here in the press box. It's getting a little rough. So here we are, Centennial 4 wide, 1 back out of the shotgun. Looking, has the cross, double move, inside out, has number 2.
Oh, again, right in
and
the
out
hands.
of his hands. The cornerback was celebrating, but I think that ball was more wide receiver initiated than it was cornerback initiated.
Wow, Jalen Little
You got to close the basket on that catch.
Yeah.
He did not.
It's 2nd and 10.
So you saw the double move. He was looking the whole way, came inside, ran outside, ball's up in the air. He had him by a foot or 2, but
what a luxury to have a quarterback that you could turn around and the ball is going to be right where you're supposed to be.
Coach, that was a big-time throw right there, for sure.
They cleared out the safety, and they had the one-on-one they needed.
So we got an unbalanced left side of the line there, and that's where the handoff, I think, was supposed to go. But Franklin, stout again. They are giving nothing up in the run game tonight.
Yeah, between the tackles has been difficult, and that's where Centennial last year could look at Dominic Reed or Tanner Lee and say, hey, we need you to get 6 yards right here. Would that be okay?
With the unbalanced look, extra beef on the left side.
3 yards on the
and the running back cut it back inside
Yeah.
and just ran into the core of that defense and got 2 yards. Clock running at 3:22. Centennial huddling up. Looks like they got 3 wide to the bottom side of the field. Single back set.
Yep.
Handoff again.
He was very close to breaking
He was
that.
about 1 guy deep. Because
Yep.
if he breaks that second level, see ya.
So we're under 3 minutes right now, and it's 4th down.
They forgot to hit the right trigger speed button there on that play. 4th and about 6. Man down for Centennial. Let's hope he's okay.
There's an injured Centennial player on the field.
So I just got a break. Hopefully, Doug, you got some scores from around the nation?
I do not.
Oh, well, we can try. We can try. Good thing. It's amazing what that one letter X can find out for us.
Is that where you look on? I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have X?
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
there's a lot of.
Should I admit that on air that I don't?
No, listen. You do you.
I'm more of a MySpace guy.
You know what? I don't know I can't remember my password, and every time my Hotmail account, I've lost that password. So,
Coach, the breeze is lifted. For some
it
reason.
has gone stagnant here at Howard Gamble Stadium here.
Centennial players up, which is good news. He's being helped off the field. It's a little bit of assistance from the Centennial staff over there. I had a Jay Moore sighting somewhere down there on the field, head of all the trainers for Williamson
absolutely.
County.
It is 4th down and 5 yards to go.
4th down and 5, so Centennial's going to come back in the punt formation.
Gacka's the single safety.
Gacka back deep. So we have a flag on the play. Coach, I will say we had a pretty clean game, and then third period happened, and 3 flags.
Infraction on the kicking team. A 5-yard penalty. Still
Well,
4th down.
If you're ever wondering, was Centennial really going to punt? They're really going to punt.
Well, they go from.
It's 4th and 10.
Well, an interesting move here. They swap Gacka out, and they put in Lucas Young.
Young is deep for Franklin.
Well, definitely sure-handed in Lucas Young. Hopefully I didn't jinx him right here, but.
Snaps back good. Punt is off.
Oh, no.
Runs into the punter.
And did they get a flag? They got no flag. And look at that.
No flag, and Coach.
Wow.
He knocked the punter off his feet.
Stanley's punt.
Well, I mean, obviously being sent down here by the Centennial Cougar coaching staff, they're
questioning the no call, but I will say he was not pushed into him, and he hit him clean off his feet, no flag.
Well, as we were watching that, the Admirals are definitely backed up with 2:32 here.
16-yard line.
16-yard line. This is the worst starting field position for the night on the Admiral drives. So they are going to, looks like they are coming out in 3 wide, single back set, out of the shotgun. Motion, handoff goes to the motion on the inside between the guard and tackle.
Yeah, Luke Thompson.
Luke Thompson's going to be bottled up with minimal gain.
BJ
So neither
Ridgway with
team
initial contact.
really establishing the run all that well tonight. Big plays are the theme of the
No gain
first
on the
half.
play. It's 2nd and 10.
I'm going to imagine Franklin is going to be okay bleeding this clock down as we are approaching the 2-minute mark. And Franklin in no hurry to have a play sent in. Play clock is at 18 and counting.
Well, as they say, we don't want to go 3 and out. We don't want to turn the ball over this deep. Let's keep it simple.
Well, they can probably take in total maybe a minute off the clock here if they just run the ball and don't get a first. So they're actually going to be close to a first. Be about a yard or 2 short.
Right to the stop for Centennial.
So 3rd and 2. I would say if they convert here, their game plan may shift a little bit.
A gain of 8 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Yeah.
I would actually be surprised here if they run a simple run up the middle. I'm going to expect a quick pass to the outside, and there we go.
Oh, good
Coach,
catch.
I dialed that up for you, but he's going to be
good play by
stopped
31.
Short. So no forward progress on the quick pass to the outside.
Wilson's pass complete.
Xavier
Arujo in on the stop.
Tefteller did a great job.
So they can take this down to about 20 seconds and punt it.
Well, this is where Centennial has 0 timeouts left. So If they wanted to stop it, they can't.
Franklin has 2, so I would imagine they're going to let this run down and call a timeout to maximize the time here. Well, barring any big play here, looks like we're going to go into the locker room 6-7 with the Cougars on top by a converted extra point.
You can keep up with all Franklin Admiral athletics this school year by following Joe Williams and Charles Pulliam at the Williamson Herald. That's the Williamson
Franklin
Herald,
Hot Band,
Williamson
will they be putting on a show? That, usually week 1, they're still working on their performances, right? But Franklin Hot, well-renowned in the band world.
Coach, the real bands don't have an off season.
They don't. Well, you're exactly right.
No days off.
I've driven past multiple schools, and the band is out there on the parking lot.
Coach, if you don't think football is a thing here, and you look at these 2 student sections for Centennial and Franklin, absolutely packed.
Yes.
Huge night for attendance. Both cheering sections here got it going on. Looks like a blackout on Franklin's side and a whiteout on Centennial's side. So we'll see who wins. Franklin in their punt formation. Max protect punt formation here. Snap is back a little bit low. Kick is off, and it's high and floating, not very deep.
Just don't touch it.
And the ball will be downed at about the 38. 11 seconds to go. Coach, is it worth it to take a shot here?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Probably not, because you have 0 timeouts left.
That's you channeling your inner Brett Favre right
Yeah,
now.
I recant my statement. Take a knee, Centennial. You're winning 7-6. You don't want to go. You don't want to go down 12-7 at halftime or 14-7.
Well, Centennial's not coming out in a V formation or anything like that. They got 4 wide.
Centennial starts to drive first and 10 from home 39.
Do they have that?
It's surprising that Franklin is not playing deeper here.
Bingo.
There you go. They take a knee out of the 4 wide set. And just like that, week 1 halftime comes to a close. Centennial 7, Franklin 6 on your WCTV Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back after the half.
Well, Stanley set the kick for Centennial to start the second
All right,
half.
welcome back. Second half action here. WCTV and every other broadcasting network game of the week here. Centennial visiting Franklin. And Paul, not what we expect, but at the same time, maybe what we did expect there in the first half. 6-7, Centennial leading by an extra point.
Well, I'm sure new Franklin football coach Josh Atkins went into halftime and said, hey, guys, we're losing this game, but it was only because of one play. And I think he's got to be happy with where they're at right now. Defensively, they've done the job except for that one play. And, you know, offensively, they struck first with a pass to Brewer Wilson and Lucas Young for about 31 yards. And you know what? 7-6 after the missed extra point opportunity, not by a kick, but by the old swinging gate. We're going to try to trick you. Unfortunately, it has backfired on the Admirals.
Admirals will start at the 20 after the kickoff. Handoff goes to Gacka. Gacka shifty, making some moves outside, and he's going to get about 13 and finishes his run.
Sean Gacka on the carry. Gavin Johnson runs him out of bounds.
Attacking number 7, Gavin Johnson.
Gain of 13 yards on the play is good for a
on the play.
Yeah, both of the Johnson brothers were back there in the safety positions. And Gacka, the senior, been through a lot of football with these Admirals. The two-way player, Sean Gacka, he's
after this year
quite
won't be Backa.
He will not be Backa. I think he's actually the last Gacka that has come through the Admirals Franklin High School. Doug, I'm going to rate that
that's pretty rough.
A poor dad joke right there.
Timeout Franklin.
I want to see who's going to be.
Hey, I'm in early form.
I want to see who's going to be texting me and saying, "What was that?"
Oh, and here we go. Timeout right off the bat. 8 seconds.
Yeah, that was on the Admirals. So something not right here after the first down run.
Franklin has more coaches in that huddle than they do players right now, working something out. But in football time, the ball is on the 33-yard line, so good run by Gacka right off the bat. Taking only 8 seconds off the clock, so
yeah.
Here we go.
Well, some scores around Williamson County, right, Coach?
As Neil Diamond plays in the background.
Yeah, we'll do it together. Blackman is leading Brentwood High 7-3 at halftime. Oakland, the Patriots and Murfreesboro lead the Independence Eagles 21-0. So far, a
lot of inter-county rivals going on tonight. This one not it. Both about a mile and a half apart. Franklin taking a deep shot, and he's going to overshoot big number 7, Wills Jackson.
Wills Jackson is incomplete.
Coach, he had him on the outside there. That was probably the first truly inaccurate pass we've seen tonight from either quarterback.
Bonds with the coverage.
Well, it wasn't. It may have been because Brewer Wilson was getting a lot of heat.
As he has been all night for the most part.
So 2nd and 10. Do we go back to Sean Gacka right here? Try to shorten those sticks a little bit. Don't you dare do it. Well, there it is. And that is bottled up.
Gacka dropped at the 30. Looks like about a loss of a yard there.
B.J. Ridgeway.
So Franklin opens up with a 13-yard gain, and now an incomplete pass and a loss of 1 has him against the sticks here, 3rd and 11. Franklin's not generally built for 3rd and 11, so we'll have to see where they go in the playbook for something like this. It's rare that you're going to get a pass to the flats that's going to generate 11 yards or a run between the tackles tonight especially. So we'll see what Franklin has in store here, where they got 3 wide to the top of the field. Single back set. Fake to 5, Gacka. Quarterback pressured, and he's going to be taken down. That's 27 for Centennial. Elijah Hawkins on the sack.
Elijah Hawkins.
Big play there for the Cougars, who answer that first run, and it's 4th, and let's forget about going for it here at about 21. And so Franklin is going to roll out the punt team.
So quite an opening drive right there Gacka with the first down run, and then it just went backwards from there for the Admirals.
I mean, you can't fault Franklin. They had a 13-yard run, and then they come back the next play and take a deep shot, and they just can't connect. And, Coach, I think just about every punt we've had tonight has dropped and rolled the other way.
Well, the wedge games are in effect.
Down at the 41-yard line.
So it's 1st and 10 from about the 41 for the Cougars, and now they are going to get their first crack on offense.
We see Coach Atkins right there talking to – it's kind of a go-to guy, Lucas Young, right here on the monitor, trying to get things back on track offensively. As both teams really have just had that one play, right?
That's right.
So who's gonna show up with that next play?
I'll say the Centennial's probably had more opportunities for the big play. They just haven't been able to connect. So here's a handoff. Oh, we got some players. Coach, he was about a guy short from taking it the distance. Taylor Drayton on the carry. It's a quick 11, Coach.
Yeah, Tegan Lee. Kind of similar to how Franklin opened up their offensive series. Let's see if Centennial can stay positive, start going downhill now into the Admiral territory.
So Centennial right back on the ball. 3 wide, bottom side of the field. Fakes to Drayton. Quick pass out to Kenai Johnson. Kenai's going to have about 6 on the play.
Light a flag, a little flag.
Got some laundry on the field.
Yeah, I think it's going to be roughing the passer. Riley Turner, the quarterback.
Walker Wells and Thompson King on the stop. There's a flag on the play.
They said this one's for the punter.
Yeah. So here we go. We're moving and marching. If you're a Cougar fan, we are going to head down inside the 30-yard line.
So that was a 21-yard play right there. 6 on the catch, 15 for the penalty.
Franklin penalized 15 yards for the personal foul.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 29. So just like that, Centennial.
1st and 10 from the Franklin 29.
Just outside the Paul Breece scoring zone here at the 29-yard line.
Well, if you're the Dallas Cowboy field goal kicker, you can make this easy. I don't know if you saw him the other night. It was like 60-something yards.
66 yards.
It was.
He kicked that from the popcorn stand.
50, yeah.
All right, 3 wide. Got motion on the inside. Back goes Kenai Johnson, goes back outside. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Handoff to Drayton again.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Centennial's found their run game, Coach.
Positive yardage for sure.
Corrections at the halftime. And by corrections, probably a firm, sharply worded email that the players received there.
5 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 5.
So 3 wide here again. Single back set. Fakes the handoff.
Oh, and a great play.
Franklin has had enough there. Number 10 for Franklin. Luke Thompson comes in and says, enough is enough. Well, just like that, 3rd and 10.
They've run the same formation twice now. The first time the run, fake the run that time with the out. It'll be interesting to see if they go back to this and fake the out and hit the guy up the seam.
Well, and that's what you want to look. Was that a setup play?
It's setup play for sure.
Go back to something that they saw earlier. And so here we have 3 wide to the bottom of the field out of the shotgun. This is the favored formation here of the Cougars. Out of the shotgun. Handoff to Drayton again. Coach, interesting call there, 3rd and long.
Yeah.
And he's going to be bottled up for no gain.
Lee with a stop.
That's
they used the pass to set up a long 3rd and 8.
Tegan Lee.
It's a loss of a
nice
yard
play
on the
for the defensive position there.
So 4th down, Coach. Is this field goal range or is this go for it range here? Because they're not going to punt. I can't imagine.
Well, let's see if
27-yard line.
If you do your math correctly, this would be a 45-yard field goal attempt. The Cougars
stretching the range of a high school kicker, but in Williamson County, very doable. So they are going to go for it at least.
And here's
the
football coaching in me. Throw it to the end zone. If it gets intercepted, it's okay. It's a touchback. So let's see if they take it.
He does throw to the end zone. There's a flag, and he catches it and brings it down. What is the penalty?
Oh, they're going to call it a touchdown. And obviously there's no replay, but there is a flag.
This is probably going to be holding or pass interference on Franklin. A lot of jockeying.
The way that everybody's walking to the end zone, it is definitely going to be a flag on the Franklin Admirals. Yeah, holding defense. That's going to be declined. So, again, when you're in a situation where you go, okay, I can't make a field goal, your best option, throw it to the end zone because you're still in pretty good shape.
Well, and I mentioned it before in the first half. Sometimes, especially in that position, when you bring 3 wide to the bottom, that can be a decoy because then you're going to get single man coverage on the outside on the top, and that's exactly what happened. They had man coverage single on the top, and he just attacked him deep, and boom, there you go, 6 points. And now Franklin goes for the extra point. Good, makes it an 8-point game.
Yeah, and that's huge, right? You missed the opportunity on the PAT. Now Franklin having to play not only catch up, but now they got to figure out what is my 2-point play going to be like if we can get the ball back in the end zone.
The Franklin High School cheerleaders would like to thank their gold sponsors for the 2024-25 season. La Hacienda.
Well, and so now
Lafferty's Restaurant.
I don't, with Franklin's history, they're down by 8.
My Windows.
Do they fold the tent here, or do they decide, hey, we're not out of this, it's a 1-score game, plenty to go. So we will see how this new look Admirals team responds as they have some early adversity in week 1 of the WCS season.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if the referees, the kicker has got the ball teed up on it's teed on the 45, but normally it starts on the 40. So I guess they're going to get a foul. Yeah, there we go. I didn't know you could do that after.
Not seen that before. So he'll be kicking off from the 50. And you got to wonder here, does he try to drop it inside the 10 because of the proximity now of your defenders?
Stanley to kick for Centennial. Young, Thompson, and Domingo are deep for Franklin.
Well, we'll see here. They got 3 deep. And so we'll see if he tries to drop it. Nope, he's going end zone here. And that is out of the end zone.
Bang.
Good. And so Franklin will take over at their own 20.
He can go through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Franklin will start the drive 1st and 10 from the own 20-yard line.
Not a backbreaker here, Coach, but an important drive for the Admirals.
Absolutely.
If they go 3 and out here, could spell trouble for the Cougars, who are feeling charged and motivated here after a quick strike.
Well, the thing about the Admirals, and you look at their win-loss record the last 3 years, you think, wow, they must have got blown out a lot. They were in a lot of games and had a chance to win a lot of games, and they just mentally just couldn't get over that hump. And now we're in kind of a same situation here. You got to get that mentality out of your system here and just stick with your game plan and play some football here. Get right back at it.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 for the Admirals. Out of the shotgun, 3 wide, sends man in motion, throws to him on the outside. That's Gacka in the flats.
Oh, and a big.
Gacka stuck at the sticks. Number 6 for Centennial comes up. It's going to be Jalen Drayton spending time at tailback. Tired of getting hit, delivers a hit here on Gacka.
Yeah, and I think Gacka probably has the heat started to get there. He's a two-way guy. And so he's played a lot of snaps.
Well, and he's down.
Get the old pickle juice out. So,
trainers in no hurry.
If you need a guy that can't come out for the Admirals, Sean Gacka would be at the top of the list where you're like, ugh.
5:47 left here in the 3rd quarter. The Cougars 14, the at-home Admirals 6 on your WCTV game of the week. Paul, and so far it did not disappoint.
Well,
big play action, good defense, and good hits.
Never really does in our WCTV game of the week. We got some scores also. Oakland, tough. It's a tough spot for Independence, right? You're playing Oakland, who's probably in the top 3 teams in the state. It's 35-0. Got a running clock down there early in the third quarter. Summit leads Spring Hill 14-3. Fairview is losing to East Hickman 21-14. And in what I would call quite a shocker here, Ravenwood 20, Alcoa 9.
Perennial powerhouse, Alcoa.
I mean, multiple state championships.
You know, Coach Hester loves to travel and play the best. And that's just another example. And Ravenwood up on top. It's not surprising, to me at least.
Well, he's got a quiet group over there. Brewer Wilson pocket collapse.
Brewer Wilson goes down for the sack again.
So now the front five for Franklin is starting to get a little manhandled right there.
4th and 11, so another punt situation for Franklin. And, Coach, they're just kind of unraveling here a little bit. He's got to get rid of that football. He's got about 2 seconds to throw it before Centennial's all. And they're coming at him, too. They are coming after him, generating all kinds of pressure up front. So here again, Franklin's going to be punting.
Cleary's deep.
Minus 1 yard on that drive. 4 back deep for the Cougars. Scored 1 of the 2 touchdowns. Punt is up.
That's a good one.
Good hang time, spiraling down. It's going to hit at the 40. Finally takes a Franklin bounce, and that's going to put Centennial at about the 27-yard line.
28.
Good job by Thompson King right there, who's had some nice rugby-style punts right there.
Franklin, no reason to have their head down. It's 14-6. They're in this game, one score. I mean, they just need a defensive stop here. Big play. Again, just getting critical, halfway through the third quarter. Not a lot of football left. But again, a one-score game.
Well, that may have been the first time Riley Turner was off target. And that quick throw right there.
2nd down.
Turner's pass intended for Johnson is incomplete.
So we got an incomplete pass.
Officials timeout.
Yeah, we had a little skirmish down there. I don't know if any flags got thrown.
Doesn't look like it. Probably the officials just warning both sides to keep it cool. 4:43 here
it's 2nd and 10
to go in the third quarter. Cougars up 14-6 over the home Admirals. Franklin looking for a stop here. Out of the shotgun, 4 wide for the Cougars. Fakes the handoff. Looking on the outside to Kenai Johnson.
And that right there is a tremendous athletic play right there by
right
Kenai
at the sticks, first down.
Kenai Johnson.
Kenai Klein knew where he was and quickly got to the ground to save what could have been a potential hard hit. So here we go, 1st and 10 on the 39. Cougars come out in 3 wide again.
Well, let's see if they go to the run right here, establish the run on first down.
And there it is, the handoff. And number 8 for the Cougars is swallowed up. Carlos Virgil.
Aiden Elmore.
Aiden Elmore hits him for about a loss of 7. Well, they keep going.
It's a loss of 5 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 15.
5, we'll call it 6.
Call it whatever you want,
That's
Coach.
Right. So just what the doctor ordered there for the Admirals, a loss of 6. Cougars come out in 4 wide this time. Empty backfield. Got single man down here on number 1, Kenai Johnson. See if they roll the deep safety over here. We got a timeout.
Flag on the play.
Oh, that's going to be
flag. It's going to be a delay.
Prior to the snap, delay a game.
Tough penalty from what was already 2nd and we'll call it 16 is now 2nd and 21.
We see kind of some
yards for delay a game.
see some of the Admiral players over here on the sideline cramping up. I mean, some of the key guys, Santino, Bruni, Gacka.
Well, and you'll see it. Week 1 is tough.
Yeah.
You're still getting acclimated. It was so hot for so long this summer that how many practices did they actually do outside or not at 5 a.m. in the morning?
That's right.
Looking deep is the Cougars. Going to number 2.
Oh,
that's a pick.
Lucas Young.
What a play. Lucas Young steps in front of the receiver and catches the deep pass.
Receiver turned safety right there, Lucas Young.
That is the jolt the Admirals needed there on defense.
Number 3, Lucas Young with an interception for the Admirals.
Coach, that's just an amazing interception right there. Ran the route for the quarterback and caught the pass.
Lucas Young, after that play, he says, hey, I got to get out. My leg is he's also cramping up.
Franklin will start the drive 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Coach, again, an accurate pass from the Cougars.
Absolutely. I mean,
just an amazing defensive play there for the Admirals. They're going to open up in 3 wide. It looks like we have a different back in the backfield here.
Got some life back in the student section. Oh, he's wide open. We're going to
get a hold here, more than likely. A lot of running, but we got a flag on the field. This is going to be a hold.
And that is a drive killer.
Well, for Franklin it is, because now you're going to have 1st and 20, which is going to put the ball back on the 25.
Holding. Number 60 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
1st and 20.
10 yards for a holding.
See how Franklin responds here.
It's 1st and 20.
Backed up against the sticks. Number 4, Jalen Spring checks in at tailback. As Gacka still may be cramping up.
Yeah, so now you're going to see some faces out there that with Lucas Young not out there.
Quick pass to the outside, caught and goes down only for about a gain of 3. 2nd and 17.
Wills Jackson.
It's a gain of 4 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 16.
So just to convert here and change the sticks would be a huge win for the Admirals to get out of this field position. Buried back, 2nd and about 16, 17. Jalen Spring still in there at tailback. Out of the shotgun, 3 wide. 10 comes in motion. 10 gets the handoff, has some blocking outside. Kanai Johnson closes the angle, gets in front of him, and
Luke Thompson on the carry.
You can shake a lot of guys, but Kanai Johnson is not one of them.
Looks like another gain of about 3 or 4.
It's a gain of 5 yards on the play.
So it's now 3rd and 11. So a gain of 4 and a gain of 5 on those 2 plays. So at least somewhat manageable here for Franklin. But again, anything more than 7 yards for Franklin, aside from the deep pass, seems to be hard to come by. Looks like they're not going to run with Jalen Spring, who checked in. So it's going to be all pass here. 3 wide, quick pass. Number 10 has the ball.
Oh.
And he is hit at the sticks.
Number 12.
Luke Thompson.
Wilson's pass complete to Luke Thompson. Barnes runs him out of bounds.
Doesn't even give him a yard on the play, or gives him about
Isaac Barnes
2 yards on the play. So they needed 20, they got 11.
Here comes the punt team.
But it does at least get them a little bit further away from their end zone.
And the way Thompson King has been punting the ball for the Admirals, he's really gotten
formation.
Some pretty good
Cleary.
Well, number 4 for the Cougars, Ethan Cleary,
if he
has his heels on the 23-yard line.
Yeah.
So giving some respect here to the Franklin punter.
Oh, bad snap.
He gets it. Punt is up, and again, he nails it. It's rolling, takes a Franklin rolling right where Cleary had his feet is where the ball will stop.
Wow, that was
24-yard.
Very fortunate on that snap. It was
Coach, it rolled, but it rolled right to him.
Yes.
So he was able to get it. Still almost had a block. Franklin escapes tragedy there. Centennial will take over on the 25.
Now, remember that interception by Lucas Young. He was playing safety because Gacka was out. So now Gacka's in and Lucas is in. And Lucas Young is taking the place of Luke Thompson. So it's, I see Luke Thompson over there kind of helmet off, and he's catching his breath. So it's a pretty good problem to have if you got one of those guys that needs to get out, get a breather. You got
a pretty good rotation. Yeah. That's right. Well, and we mentioned it earlier, there is noticeably no more Breeze.
No, it is.
We have a Breece. We don't have a Breeze.
Yeah.
Cougars looking deep again.
Nobody is home. Well, they say offense became defense.
For Kenai there. Excellent coverage that time.
Little on the coverage for Franklin.
So Little step for step with Kenai Johnson. 2nd and 10. The Cougars are just tossing it now, throwing it up. Minute 12 left in the 3rd quarter. Still a 1-score ball game. Cougars 14, Admirals 6.
You're exactly right, Doug. I mean, despite all of this, you're still got a shot.
Right, you'd think the Cougars were up by 20 points right now, and it's a 1-score game. 2nd and 10. The give is to Taylor Drayton. And again, Franklin, you know, they loosened up on the run for about the first 4 minutes of the 3rd period, or 3rd quarter. And this 4th quarter, still at the end of this 3rd quarter, rather, they're not giving any run up again.
Yeah. And I will make another interesting point is these referees have really let things play out, right? They're not stopping the play.
And he was tackled for about 4 minutes right there.
Yeah, and I don't know if the official assigners went and said, hey, Franklin Centennial probably could get a little chippy here, guys. You may want to keep your head and,
So 3rd and a long 9 for the Cougars. They come out, twins at the bottom, single receiver at the top. Single back set. Out of the shotgun, there's the whistle. We're going to have a timeout here. Or there's a flag. What's the call here? All I can think is it's delay a game, but I was looking at the play clock. We'll see. There's no call yet.
Uh-oh. Timeout. Franklin. Okay, so that's actually going to take them down to only 1 timeout remaining.
Timeout, Franklin.
Well, they say you can't take them with you, but you may need to take them into the 4th quarter.
Exactly. 100%.
Keep up with all Franklin High School sports by following the official Franklin High Sports site on X.
So 35-0 Oakland over Indy. See if I can try to track down. Summit leads Spring Hill now 21-3. East Hickman's opened it up against Fairview 27-14. Blackman leads Brentwood 14-3.
To the Franklin Admirals Quarterback Club for providing National Pizza Company pizza in the booth.
And Ravenwood still leads Alcoa, and now 27-9. So if you're one of those people that looks at scores and analyzes it, Ravenwood could be a sleeping giant over there.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Well, and the standard's pretty high at Ravenwood. Did we win a state championship or not?
Oh, he's open. Kenai Johnson's open, and
Kenai Johnson comes back. Not a accurate pass there.
He was so open. I don't think Riley Turner knew exactly what to do. I mean, he threw it right. I think Riley Turner's going over to him and said, hey, man, that was on me.
Yeah, it was definitely behind him. And so even though behind him, Kenai did get his hands on it, but results the same, incomplete.
Now it's an interesting look right here with the 2 guys back for the Admirals, Lucas Young and Thompson.
For the Admirals.
4th and 9, Cougars in the punt. Back at their own 10-yard line stands the punter. Snap is back, punt is up.
It's not bad.
Not a bad punt. It's going to take a very favorable Centennial bounce. Admirals maybe their best starting field position of the night on the 48-yard line. 7 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Flag on the play.
Oh. Well, that's unusual. It's going to be, it's on Centennial. Did Franklin want to make him kick it again? I would think not. I would think not. I mean, you didn't fumble it. You didn't turn it over. Keep the ball and move on.
Well, but then they need...
Illegal formation, 5 in the backfield on the kicking team. Penalty enforced from the end of the run, first down.
So there you go. That answers all questions. They enforce it on the end of the run, and so they're going to have to move that ball forward.
First and 10 from the Centennial 48-yard line.
They flip the field, 48-yard line of Centennials, where we will start this drive. 3 wide, single back set. Gacka noticeably absent. They give it to the big guy, and he rumbles forward about 3 yards.
Jalen Spring on the carry.
Jalen Spring. Definitely a little bit of stature difference between Gacka and Spring.
That's the end of the third quarter with your score, Centennial 14.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here in the third quarter, Doug.
It's not much of a field change here. They're going to move the ball about 6 yards on the other side of the field.
So with one more quarter to play in our WCTV Game of the Week number 1, Centennial Cougars coming down the road, Mac Hatcher, and lead the Franklin Admirals 14-6. Doug Capella, Paul Breece here, bring you the action tonight in a standing room only crowd here at Franklin. It's going to be quite interesting to get out. You know, we always have this running joke about the toughest stadiums to get out, and Independence definitely is number 1.
Independence, without a doubt.
Yeah.
1 exit, 10,000 fans.
Yeah. Very tough, very tough.
Yes.
Franklin, you have 2 options.
I found the secret, and I'm not going to say it over the radio, though.
I know what it is.
And $45 of that subscription goes straight.
So here we go. Franklin goes into the locker room down by 1 point. They go into the fourth quarter down by 1 score. Very doable here for Franklin, although aside from the 1 pass, they haven't generated much offense in the second half. They're going to have to, unfortunately, well, maybe not. Instead, they may have to get a little more risky here with what they're doing. So we got second down and about 8. Strong smell of burnt rubber in the air. I'm not sure what's going on.
Franklin will start the quarter 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard gain.
3 wide here to the bottom of the screen. Shotgun formation. Snap, handle, the ball. Looks like Franklin hopped back on top of it. Brewer Wilson. You know, sometimes that happens. It looked like Brewer maybe went to pull the handoff from Springs. Ball hits the carpet, but he gets on it. Coach, that's got to hurt. Now it's 3rd and 10. This just in, Nolensville up on Rockville 14-6.
It's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 for Franklin. Coach, is this a 2-down series right here?
Well, we'll decide where the drive stalls out at. I mean, if you're in the,
come on, Coach.
If you're around the 30, it is a 4-down.
Timeout, Franklin.
Oh.
After 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Another timeout.
So at 11-11 in the fourth quarter, Franklin is out of timeouts.
Yeah, you said it. 11-11 to go in the fourth, down by 1 score, and you have nothing left to rally the troops or to create mistakes from happening.
Sure. So 2 things that they're probably going to look at regardless of outcome is going for 2 there on the first score, and then their clock management here. A lot of football left here in the fourth quarter, and Franklin is out of timeouts, meaning the Cougars, if they have possession, they can just run it down, and there's nothing Franklin can do about it. But all that's moot as of right now because it's 3rd down and 10, and Franklin's got to get a first down to keep the mojo going here. 4 wide is Franklin. Quick pass out to number 7. He's going to be tackled immediately.
Well, there's been a lot of
Wills Jackson.
Yeah, Wills Jackson. Here's a good thing that Centennial's done, right? They've tackled well, right? There's been no broken tackles, and Franklin advanced the ball. Been some solid wrap-ups.
Well, and it's kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's bad strategy. The coaches know more than I do, but they're trying to get to the outsides, and Centennial's just faster to the outside than they are.
Cleary's deep for Centennial.
Punt is up. Kicks to the opposite side.
That's actually going to be pretty good, I think.
It's rolling. It's rolling.
Oh,
excellent punt there, down at the 7-yard line. Franklin would love to dial up an interception right here, but I think Centennial's probably going to run the ball a couple times. A lot of stretching going out on the field, Coach. Do they take a shot deep here?
Centennial? Yeah. No, they're going to run it 3 times. I mean, if they were up 21 or 27-6, sure. Try to throw
14-6. Let's see if they
This is
do indeed
Ethan Cleary territory.
play it conservative.
There's one.
One handoff to Cleary, and he is hit immediately in the end zone, but forward progress is going to be stopped at about the 2 or 3.
It's a tremendous play.
Virgil on the carry. Tegan Lee meets him in the backfield.
So ball's on the 4-yard line, loss of 4 on the play.
The loss of 4 yards on the
Franklin
play.
just licking its chops here on defense, anticipating the run, and, man, they clogged that up. Centennial's got to be a little nervous right here. Backed up on their own end zone. Going with their big set again. Another handoff to Cleary. No room. He's going to lose another 2 here, it looks like.
Virgil on the carry. Elmore and Bruni in on the stop.
They'll give him forward progress with no gain on the play.
No gain
3rd
on the play.
and 14 from the 5. They're going to want to get some yards here, Coach. They are backed up.
It's 3rd down.
They will be punting from their end zone, and you can believe Franklin's going to come after this, barring no first down here. So, handoff, fake to Cleary. Goes up.
Oh,
top.
no.
Keon.
Oh, no,
Johnson.
Is that Kenai Johnson? It sure is. He's going to be slow to get up.
Slow to get up, but fast to get to the 38-yard line.
That's one way to dig yourself out of a hole.
Well, that's I kind of sense that they're going to fake the handoff to Cleary. Kenai Johnson beats his defender off the ball. That's just pitch and catch right there, Coach.
From the 38-yard line.
So we're going to probably see some more Cleary right here to drain the clock down.
Yeah, with that, Franklin without any timeouts to stop this clock.
Are.
The only way it stops is a turnover or of 3 or 4 and out.
You can imagine these linebackers are walking up here. There's the handoff to Cleary. Finds a little bit of a seam, gets about 5. Centennial's got to be all right with that because all 3 linebackers walked up to the line of scrimmage on the snap.
I think that was actually Virgil, Carlos Virgil, number 8 right there.
Carlos Virgil, correction on the carry. So Virgil finds a little seam.
Now this is a situation where Centennial just stares at the play clock, and when it gets down to about 5, they're ready to snap it.
So Cleary will stay out.
Mm-hmm.
Two wide, single back, going with a big lineup up front. Again, hands off to Virgil.
Oh!
Flag on the play.
Virgil on the carry. Lee on the stop.
This looks like it's in the area of a hold.
Yeah, that's a big hit by Tegan Lee, number 6.
You got to wonder if they're going to decline this because it's going to be 3rd and probably about 8 if they let it stand.
No, they're going the wrong way. Oh, no.
Holding 73 on
No, you're right.
10-yard penalty.
So they're going to take the penalties. It's going to make it about 2nd and 14. I don't know. I think I would have taken the loss of down on that one. But
Centennial
that's why I'm a broadcaster, Coach. And so here we go. Second and 15 for the Cougars. 7:20 left here in the third quarter. Too wide. Looked like a false start on the up receiver there. Virgil brought down.
Thompson on the stop.
It's going to be about 12 yards to go. They're really letting some motion happen before snap.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Third and 11, another big play here for the Admirals. They got to get their defense off the field. The clock is now becoming the enemy here. Just over 6 minutes left to go. With every first down, they're able to chew about 2 minutes off the clock. Fake handoff there. Pass out to 31, who's met immediately by Franklin. So
got Thompson King.
Xavier Tefteller on the catch.
King in on the stop.
Franklin immediately there to greet him. It's going to be 4th and 14, so Franklin gets the stop.
It's a loss on the play. It's 4th and 14.
No change to the overtime rules.
Punt formation for Centennial.
Just throwing that out there. 14 to 6. Clock just struck under 6 minutes. 5:52 to go in the game. We've yet to have a punt return on the night, and it doesn't look like this one's going to be returned either.
Nope. Hold on now.
Catches it.
There he
Turns
goes.
the corner, has a blocker. It's going to be edged out of bounds, but a huge return there, about 20 yards on the return.
As Mike Keith would say, there are no flags on the play.
No flags on the play, clean return. Coach, I thought he waved his hand there, and I thought that was like, here we go. It was a great punt. But no fair catch called.
Franklin will start the drive 1st and 10 from on the 39-yard line.
So they flipped about 19 yards of field position there. And Franklin is going to have a little bit of urgency here, as this is probably going to be their last offensive possession. Franklin out of the shotgun, 3 wide. There's the snap. Quick pass way off target.
Wilson's pass is incomplete, intended for Young.
Finally, they start attacking in the middle of the field here.
It's 2nd and 10.
Pass was off target. Franklin rolling out, looking for room, and he's going to be sacked.
That is what we call a coverage sack.
Give it to the front 7 of Centennial, the front 6. They've kept contained on the quarterback all night. He's had no room to run.
It's 3rd and 11.
There's no sense of urgency, though, with 5 minutes remaining.
3rd and 11. You got to think they're going to have to go for it here on both downs. So do they go for a quick hitter here, try to get 5 or 6?
Yes.
3 wide. He has space to run, going deep.
That is hanging up.
Caught, but there is a flag.
That's going to be on the defense.
A penalty here stops the clock. So that's going to be about a 25-yard gain on the catch if it stands.
Pass interference, defense.
So there you go. Pass interference defense stops the clock, which benefits the Admirals, of course.
That completion is good for
Coach, that looked like it was shot out of a cannon.
1st and 10, Franklin. From the Centennial 23-yard line.
A lot of wobble to that ball, but number 7 for the Admirals, Wills Jackson, comes down with it and draws the foul. But here we go. Franklin takes over. Designed run here.
Yeah, Thompson King,
but he's going to be stopped
punter,
after about a yard.
Punter / Wildcat / linebacker. Here's another helmet off for Centennial. So this is good for Franklin. They get the play clock is stopped. So they bring in a sub.
A gain of a yard on the play. It's 2nd and 9.
Coach, here I think I'm sending in 2 plays at a time with the clock being down at 4. But they are content on just taking their time here. 2 wide, man goes in motion. Centennial's there. Centennial, 13 for the Cougars, was in the backfield. That's going to be Caden Kahn.
Johnson brings him down.
Listed as an offensive lineman and tight end, but there he was in the backfield on the defense.
It's 3rd and 10.
Kind of interesting. You don't have Brewer Wilson, your quarterback, or Lucas Young, probably your best receiver out there in crunch time. And with Thompson King, more of the running Wildcat guy, will Thompson King attempt to throw?
So designed run again, and he's hit immediately.
Well, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, you got to, unless there's an injury, you have to wonder on the play call here. I mean, it's 1st and 10, and they went with almost a Wildcat look.
It's 4th and 9.
Now it's 4th and 9 after 2 designed runs. So for Franklin, this is it. Just over 2 minutes left. If Centennial gets the ball, Franklin cannot stop it. So they are in a bunch formation here.
Well, now, smart play by Coach Stewart. Just go ahead and call a timeout.
Yeah, Franklin was lined up tight.
Centennial?
Well, Coach Atkins decided to maybe change things up on a different look. I would think maybe some motion just to kind of tell your quarterback, are they in man, are they in zone?
I think it's 2024 sponsors. Dairy Queen, it's blizzard time. Sundrop, Ascension St. Thomas.
Well, Franklin at least gets a timeout from Centennial here to talk it over. 2:30 left. And, Coach, you got to think if they don't convert here, that's game. They cannot stop the clock.
Yes.
I mean, they might be able to, if they 3 and out, maybe get under a minute left.
Well, here we go.
It's 4th and 9.
4th and 9. So they come out again in a tight formation.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
4 wide.
Right down the middle of the seam.
Right down the middle. Touchdown, Franklin.
Jack Flynn, the H-back.
Right down the middle goes Franklin for the touchdown. Coach.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Oh, my. Oh, no. Well, we're looking at the replay. I didn't see anything. Everybody's walking back. Illegal shift. Wow.
I don't even think the students know what's going on yet.
No,
They're still cheering. And Franklin has walked it back.
On the offense, 2 receivers in motion at the same time. 5-yard penalty from previous spot.
So when they shifted out of that tight bunch, said more than 2 couldn't go into motion.
Well, so not only do they wipe the touchdown off the board, it's now 5 yards deeper.
Run that same play without the motion.
Well, and they're in the same formation. 2 stacked receivers on each side.
Same shot. Oh, and he did it again! He did it again!
Down the middle again. Split the defenders. Touchdown Centennial. Rather, touchdown Franklin.
Sean Gacka. Holy moly. That was the craziest 2 plays I've seen. Brewer Wilson.
They need the 2.
Man, you talk about you need a play. That you've used 2. You get rubbing the genie lamp, you get 3 wishes. Here comes it.
Coach, I think Atkins heard me when I said stop attacking the perimeter on Centennial because they took 2 shots right down the middle.
Straight down the hashes, Coach. Okay. Again, you can't call timeout to try to set this up. So here comes the game.
So 5 wide.
Oh, and it's open.
It out, and that is open.
It's Gaka again.
Coach, I knew it. I spoke it into existence. Overtime rules have not changed.
Wow.
14-14.
And the press box is shaking.
What a crazy turn of events for the Admirals here.
I mean,
who look dead in the water.
Yes.
2 strikes, 1 gets called back, and they answer right back down the middle. Different receiver, touchdown, and just like that, 14-14.
Well, I'm going to explain to you if you're a Franklin Admiral football fan or not one. Here's the difference right now between 2023 and 2024. Last year, they couldn't finish this game. And this year, they found a way to maybe extend this game and give them a chance to try to win it. Again, a lot of close losses last year. And this would be one for the books. I'm sure Coach Atkins would never forget this game.
Again, it's important. It's an important thing to note that Franklin has no timeouts. And so the clock's already running under 2 minutes.
Now, why is it running?
I have no idea. They just said the clock is running.
Okay, everybody relax. Here we go. I mean, the Franklin people should be like, okay, it's running good. We'll go to overtime.
Yeah, they just ran about
now they're
10 seconds off
the
the
clock.
Yeah, it was 2:07.
Yeah, I think so.
Clock. So until they get the clock right here, we are in kickoff.
I mean, 2 fourth-down conversion touchdowns. And only needed 1.
Coach, Franklin scored in 3 consecutive plays, except 1 got called back. Touchdown, 2-point. They've had more offense in the last 30 seconds than they've had the prior 3.5 quarters.
3 3/4. 3.75? 3.82?
4 plus 4 is 8. Here we go. They got the clock reset. 2:07 on the clock. Centennial has 2 timeouts. Franklin has 0. Don't go to bed just yet. The WCTV Game of the Week heading to overtime, as they tend to do when Paul Breece and Doug Capella are on the call.
Here, is this returnable? He should have got up.
He had fumbled the kick and downed it at the 15-yard line. Coach, you got to wonder what Centennial's strategy is here. Do they want to just go to overtime, or are they going to try, because they are deep on their side of the field at the 15?
I think you're going to take maybe a shot or 2. And, again, since Franklin has no timeouts, so you can run the ball and end it if things don't turn out too well.
Well, and I think you're right. I think first down is the play where they can try to maybe make something happen. And then if it's 2nd and 10, you may just want to run the ball and get us to overtime here.
Centennial begin the drive 1st and 10 for their own 15.
So that took 1 second off the clock. 2:06 here in the 4th.
Yeah.
Action here, WCTV Game of the Week. 5 wide goes to Cougars.
Quarterback keep. Screen pass.
Screen pass, and he is
There's a guy. There's a young man that's come up with some big plays here in the second half. That's Tegan Lee, number 6, linebacker.
You can feel the field shift towards the Admirals. This side of the field has come to life on the sidelines, in the huddle. The Admirals are fired up, something they probably haven't tasted in a long time in the 4th quarter.
Let's see what they got
4
here.
4 wide this time for the Cougars. Single back set. So much motion.
Yeah, I finally
they called it this time.
Yeah, I don't.
Coach, there was 3 people moving before the snap. I was just like, wow, they really are letting them play. But 5 yards back now for Centennial.
5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Coach, and this is a discipline check for the Cougars also. Facing a little adversity here of their own, and they've thrown a short pass that got swallowed up, and then they had a false start. Coach, they may want to just run the football now with 1:28.
Yes,
on the clock.
I think you're exactly right. Ethan Cleary.
No, they're going to throw.
And he's open.
Quick pass to number 1. That's going to be Kenai Johnson. That's going to keep the clock running, but that's not going to get a first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 4.
Johnson, Lee and Gacka bring him down.
So less than a minute here.
Coach, this has got to be a deep shot, I would think.
You can't. You got to run it. You got to run it. If it's incomplete, it stops
the clock. Right.
Jinx, blackout. You owe me a Coke.
Well, they're throwing here, right to the outside. He got the first, and he got out of bounds.
40 seconds and 2 timeouts. Not something.
Well, and they're on the 30, so.
You keep throwing it to number 1 over here.
Might want to get a man on that guy.
Or 2.
First and 10 from the Centennial 28-yard line.
So 1st and 10, 28-yard line. 40 seconds left. Franklin, no timeout. Centennial, 2. Centennial can really do whatever they want right here. They have 2 timeouts. They got 40 seconds. I can't see them running, but they may take a few shots, get 10, 15 yards.
Yeah. Well, Franklin's going to give up the short pass, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing 5 deep here.
Run it. That's a hold.
Incomplete. That's going to stop the clock.
Turner's pass is incomplete, intended for Johnson.
34 seconds on the clock, so a sack there actually wouldn't have been a bad thing for the Cougars because they could have just ran the ball and went into the overtime.
It's 2nd and 10.
Student section getting a little fired up over here on the home side.
Well, there's Gacka. Franklin's like, get that cramp. He's going to be needed. Oh, my goodness.
4 wide for the Cougars, single back set. Blitz coming for the Admirals, picked up nicely by Virgil. There's a hold. That's going to come back.
Turner chased out of bounds by Bruni.
They're going to be looking at 2nd and 20 here with 28 seconds. At some point, you're just going to run the ball and get to overtime.
Holding, offense.
I mean, Franklin's in what I would call an umbrella coverage. They got 5 that they're just sitting back deep. So they're not going to give anything over the top, and anything underneath is just going to run the clock out. So to me, the smart play, the analytic play here would be to just run the ball and go to overtime. But I say all that to say it's a war of attrition going on right now with all of the cramps and kids coming in and out. So,
well, they're going to take a knee right here. They got a guy at the safety.
Yep.
So that's going to do it. We're heading to overtime, kids.
Overtime it is here on the WCTV Game of the Week. Already putting a dent in that Williamson County budget, Coach Breece, here with the overtime, extra time added.
Well, let's play what ifs, right? What if you win the toss? What do you do, first or second?
Yep.
And that's the end of the 4th quarter.
To me, if I'm Franklin, my gut would always say take the ball. But they're pretty hype over here.
Yeah.
They're feeling it, as he say. 4 plus 4 over here. Centennial, just that whole drive looked out of whack.
Yeah, it did look uncomfortable in that scenario of plays.
But the end result was the same. They ran the clock out, and here we are in overtime.
Fans, as a reminder, Franklin will be on the road next Friday night for a 7 p.m. kick at FRA.
Well, next week the Admirals go to Franklin Road Academy. This will be a pretty good game. So this actually extra 3 minutes right here actually favors Franklin, who's had a couple of kids kind of slow to recover. They've played a lot of downs. So the Admiral's going to set up. Tails never fails, Coach. Tails never fails. It'll be interesting. Centennial's going to get the chance to call it. You know, I would love to see them wipe away the coin toss and go with a rock, paper, scissors. What do you think? Rock, paper, scissors instead of a coin toss?
That'll be in the XFL this season.
The XFL. Well, Summit leads Spring Hill 28-16.
Nolo up on top. Rockvale 21-6. That looks like that might be a done deal.
And
about midway through the fourth quarter.
Congratulations to Ravenwood. They beat
Alcoa.
State champion Alcoa 27-17. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Well, hashtag change the rankings.
I guess my rules change of rock, paper, scissors not sitting well. I already had somebody come in that is watching on saying rock, paper, scissors. Really? So, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty.
You can't win them all, Coach.
Yeah. You know, if you had to choose rock, paper, scissors, you always go with rock. That's what I've heard. Well. Let's see if I can find Page High School.
That's a score we have not heard all night.
I'm up. Nope.
Page, probably one of the favorites to win the region.
Not region. They are, you know, they've finished runner-up the last 3 years, and
they have not lost much.
And they
have two Division I defensive prospects. A Wisconsin and a Louisville commit on the defensive side of the ball.
Well,
that are going to wreak havoc all year long, I'm sure.
Here we go. Twitter says 21-0. Page beating Giles 21-0, starting the fourth quarter. So, Patriot fans.
Well, and like I said, they have two D1 defensive commits, and Giles County is known to have some athletes on the field. So if you're shutting them out, you're doing something good.
So the coin toss is in. And it looks like Centennial's going to take the ball first.
Results coming shortly.
Centennial will have the ball on a 10-yard line that way.
So very technical. Centennial will have the ball that way.
Well, if you're watching us on our YouTube live stream, hey, call all your friends. This overtime period is going to be exciting. Tell them, get out of bed. It's YouTube time. Stop watching Mr. Beast.
So,
Coach Capella, you don't know who Mr. Beast is?
I do.
Okay.
So, I don't know if the 10-yard field benefits Franklin or Centennial.
Well, here's the deal. If Centennial had Dominic Reed,
Centennial all day.
I would push all my chips in the middle of the table.
That's right.
But they don't.
A shortened field, to me, actually benefits Franklin.
I think so. Well.
All right. There, it looks like Centennial's in like the double wing.
They did the smokestack.
So Kenai Johnson.
Yeah, so he's going to do his version of the Dominic Reed 2024 version. He's just going to.
Rumbles for 5.
Uh-oh. But here's the problem. He's slow to get up as a cramp.
He's got to come out for a play
now. Or Centennial will have to use a timeout where they can keep him in.
And he is being stretched here.
Yeah. I think even the trainers the overtime period's gotten to him, a little slow to react.
Trainers bring the water out. No sense in referencing the clock here, Coach Breece.
Yeah.
It's goose eggs all around. 0-0-0.
Doesn't mean a thing.
Untimed quarter here. Still stretching them out. So once we resume action, it's 2nd and 5. Coach, they literally lined up with 8 or 7 linemen, 3 in the backfield, and then handed it to Kenai Johnson.
Maybe they can do it.
It looked like Jim Thorpe era football.
Yeah. Kenai Johnson also has taken a lot of snaps tonight. I mean, not only from an offensive standpoint, but he was back there at safety.
So Johnson's up, walking it off what was clearly some cramping. But he is going to come out for a play for sure. I don't know how useful he would be on this next play, given that he cramped pretty bad. So the Franklin defense comes back out along with Centennial's offense. We'll see if the injury to Kenai Johnson changes anything philosophically here for the Cougars. It does not look so. The guy they have at right guard
is 2nd and goal from the 5.
Yeah.
Looks as big as a Buick.
Here we go. Oh, my.
There's a fumble.
And this
is not good.
No.
Fumble on the play.
But wait, a late flag. Could be a face mask. This would be a huge call if it's a face mask. And here we go, another personal foul face mask on Franklin. Unbelievable. They had him.
Coach, that was the ball game right there.
They had him bottled
It would
up.
have been 3rd and 20. All Franklin would have had to do is come out and kick a field goal. And we got some more cramping going on as they make him run off the field.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an automatic first down also.
Personal foul, face mask, number 6 on the defense.
That's going to be a
from the previous spot, half the distance, 2nd down.
Oh, so not loss of down, but it's going to be 2nd and about 3.
Franklin penalized half the distance to the goal for personal foul face.
You know, and the old adage is don't get away from what you know. So they line up in formations
Yes,
they haven't used all
that's
night.
right.
It's 2nd and goal from inside the 3.
And they fumble. So now they have 2 wide at the top.
Yeah, quarterback Riley Turner's back in the game.
Handoff, and he's going to be stopped. No whistles yet.
Drake on the carry.
It's going to be 3rd down. Taylor Drayton moves the pile maybe a yard.
It's trying to run between the tackles tonight has been very difficult for Centennial.
So 3rd down, no gain. Oh, they haven't moved the sticks yet. They're messing with me down there. No gain on the play. So 3rd down, Kenai Johnson checks back in. As does Aiden Arroyo.
It's 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Again in twins. Single back set. Kenai Johnson's in at quarterback. Kenai Johnson takes it. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Just a different type of speed right there. Shiftiness. Unbelievable.
So that's going to bring us 20-14. So let's see what Centennial does. They're looking like a field goal here.
Stanley in to attempt the point after.
Snaps back, kick is up. Kick is good.
Yeah.
21-14. So now Franklin will have their turn from the 10-yard line.
I can't believe if you want to go back and if something, the face mask penalty was.
Well, that would have forced Centennial to at least potentially attempt a field goal.
That's
It would have
right.
been 3rd and about 20.
A country mile.
Franklin did it, so why couldn't Centennial, I suppose?
But yeah, you talk about a team that would be more comfortable or more suited to go 10 yards. It seemed would be Franklin.
That's right.
I would think maybe
Centennial struggled. They did struggle, but
and you talked about they did things they hadn't done the whole game, and it almost backfired on them. Now let's talk about this. I mean, you've got an advantage on the outside, but it looks like we're going to Luke Thompson, Wildcat.
Cuts to the outside. He's got room. That's going to be a touchdown.
Wow, one
play and done for the Admirals.
Listen, Franklin's got them on their heels. What are we going to do?
So Luke Thompson takes the snap, sends motion to the bottom side of the field and just follows it all the way into the end zone and dives on the inside of the pylon. And now the all-critical extra point. Would you go for 2 right here, Coach Breece?
Well, the rule of thumb is if you're the away team, you go for the win. If you're at home, you play for the next overtime.
So field goal attempt here.
This is going to be.
This is the first one.
Yes, I was going to say.
Try. Snap is bobbled.
Oh no, he's got a chance at it.
Gaka. Call.
They got it. They got it.
Caught it.
Sean Gaka, he did it.
And it's pandemonium here.
Holy
the
mackerel.
Admirals charged the field. It was a broken fire call on the bobbled snap. Gaka hits the receiver in the back of the end zone. And just like that, the Admirals walk off 2-point conversion, 22-21. Coach Breece, craziness.
It is unbelievable. What an ending. And nobody deserves it more than these Franklin Admirals fans, team, coaches.
They stunned the visiting Cougars here. Again, 22-21 off a broken play. Coach, the football god said, all right, it's your turn. 1-0. Coach Adkins, kudos to you on your first win of the season. And just like that, WCTV, what a game of the week.
Hey, welcome to 2024. We're doing it one more time. We'll see you next week. For Paul Breece and Doug Capella, thanks for joining us. Go ahead and DVR this game. This one's going to be on for a long time, Franklin Admirals.
Have a good weekend, folks.